Hi, welcome again to Up Your Alley. I'm your host, Russ Tarby. You know, there's a new kind of music which is slowly but surely making a dramatic impact on the sound of pop music these days. Some people call it new wave rock and roll, others have referred to it as power pop. But forget all those labels, and remember this. This is going to be the music of the 1980s. The Flashcubes are a four-man power pop band from Syracuse. They've played several times here in the Oswego area, and audiences here have met them with a mixture of excitement and curiosity. Drawing their influences from the British invasion music of the mid-1960s, the Flashcubes have used this inspiration to create several sets of their own original rock tunes. Their songs are lyrically powerful, musically potent, and, well, they're a real breath of fresh air for the stagnant pop music field. The Flashcubes have taken this, they've recognized this potential, and they've taken the initiative to produce their own first record. Tonight they're going to open the show with the now famous A side of that first record. It's a lovely love song, I guess you'd call it, called Christi Girl.
Christi
Christi Girl by the Flashcubes. Thanks very much, gentlemen. Paul, could you do us a favor and introduce these four guys in the band?
Okay, on the far right, with the bass guitar, is Gary Frenay. In the center, with the nice pink shirt on and the flying V guitar, is Steve Lenin. And the madman on the drums is Tommy Allen.
And yourself?
I'm Paul Armstrong.
Paul Armstrong. Well, that adds up to four guys. You've got a four-man rock and roll band going here, and that was your first record, Christi Girl. Could you tell us a little bit about the production of that record?
We did most of it ourselves. We recorded it partly in Tommy's bass. Well, that song in particular was recorded in the Newhouse Studios at Syracuse University. The B-side of the record was recorded in Tommy's basement. We did all the artwork ourselves. We did the distribution mostly ourselves with a little help from a company in New Jersey that did some national distributing for us. But basically most of the work was done by the four of us.
What label was Christi Girl pressed on?
Our own label, Northside Records.
Call it Northside because you all live on the north side of Syracuse, I understand.
Well, all but Tommy.
Okay, and you've got some future recording plans.
Yeah, we have a four-song extended play record coming out. It'll be out around, probably January 1st if we're lucky. And this is with the first song on. It's written by Gary about people who procrastinate, and it's called Wait Till Next Week.
Okay, Paul, I guess you got to change your guitar from a Rickenbacker hollow body to a Rickenbacker solid body, and put it on there so you can do Gary's song Wait Till Next Week. Gary, the bass player, wrote this next song that you're going to do called Wait Till Next Week, and this is going to be included on your next EP, extended play record. You're going to have four songs on it altogether. Is that right, Paul?
Sure.
Okay, well, do it again. Wait Till Next Week.
But he just keeps called Let Me Be Your Radio. Transmitter ready to go. Hope you're receiving. Soon I know. Please tune in. Makes your head spin. Got desires in my heart, and I wanna to broadcast songs to you. Put your antenna to the sky. Give me your ears. I'll tell you why. I'm sincere. I hope it's clear. The pop music is my religion, and I don't mean I have to preach, but I know it is right. Let me be your radio today. Let me be your radio. Plug me in, let me play. Let me be your radio. I got something to say. Radio, baby. I'll play for you all night long. Radio. Let me be your radio. Let me be your radio. Plug me in, let me play. Let me be your radio. I got something to say.
Let Me Be Your Radio by Paul Armstrong by the Flashcubes. You wrote that one, right, Paul?
Yeah, I believe so. And a little help from Gary in the middle bit.
I was going to say, it seems to me like you're a pretty tight-knit group. In fact, all of you do some writing.
Yeah, we all do some writing.
And I imagine when you put these songs together, you have to bounce them off of each other to work up your individual parts.
Usually one of us comes up with a real strong basic idea, and then the others add whatever they feel will be right. And whoever wrote it usually says yes or no. And we come up with a workable arrangement where everyone's happy.
I hope so. I'd like to ask you a little bit about your influences. Now, you call yourself a power pop band. That's still a term that's just starting to get some recognition among the public. But what exactly are the influences that bring you to this idea of power pop? I certainly hear a lot of Beatles influence in your music, but then I suppose all rock bands have had to be influenced by the Beatles.
Couldn't help it if they watched Ed Sullivan. But I'd say our main influences, of course, the Beatles, probably #1, and then the Raspberries and the Who, and even some of the newer bands like the New York Dolls. You know, we're influenced by everybody we've heard.
When you play out, of course, you play a lot of your own originals, but you do play some cover songs by some of those other bands. Could you name some of the other bands that you do cover?
We do some Beatles songs. We do a Diana Ross and the Supremes song. We do Eddie Cochran. We do the Hollies. We do the Knickerbockers from the 60s. And we do, that's basically it.
Well, to give our viewers a little bit of a clearer idea of exactly what this power pop concept is, you've chosen to do that Diana Ross song you're talking about.
Yes, it's called Stop in the Name of Love.
I guess everybody will recognize Stop in the Name of Love. It was done originally by the Supremes, and now we're going to hear the Flashcubes power pop version. Go to it.
I've even seen him nearly once or twice, but his self-expression worth more than my love and affection. This time before you run to him, leave me alone and hurt. Think it over, I've been good to you. Think it over, haven't I been true to you, girl? Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Think it over. Think it over. I try so hard, try to be patient, hoping you'll stop this infatuation. Each time that I see you together, so afraid I'll be losing you forever. Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Think it over, darling. Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Stop.
That was fantastic. A power pop version of Stop in the Name of Love. That was the Flashcubes version. You know, it's sort of a sad but true fact about, I guess, a power pop band. Probably any power pop band would have this situation where you're received very well in some big towns out of this area, out of the central New York area, and yet here in central New York, sometimes you're not able to get some of the big money jobs. But tell us about the kind of big clubs that you've been playing in out of town.
Well, we've played really all the big name clubs in New York City, and we've played the big new wave clubs in Boston, had great responses. We're going to Cleveland, we're going to be going to Detroit and Philadelphia all within the next month. We want to take the nation by storm, but we're going back to New York next week, playing a club uptown, a real nice club. And we just want to take the country by storm, play all the big cities. Obviously, playing in Watertown, New York and Utica, New York isn't getting us anywhere, so we're going to try and move out of this area as, you know, as slowly but surely as possible.
It must be exciting making those kind of contacts in the bigger cities with the big name bands and the big name producers, agents, that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot more fun than, you know, it's just it's really exciting. It's what we've all wanted to do all our lives, so.
I understand that you've been warming up for some of the nationally known new wave acts. Could you tell us about some of the acts that you've been billed with?
Well, last week we played with the Ramones. We've played...
The who?
The Ramones! Right there. And we played with the Real Kids from Boston and Oh, geez, The Jam, The Runaways, an all-girl group of cuties from Los Angeles. And who else? Who else? I think that's about it. Oh, The Fast.
I guess you're booked to do some upcoming jobs in Albany and New York City with some other big-name groups.
Yeah, they say that we're going to be playing with Blondie in Albany, which will be a big thrill.
Blondie is a power pop band from New York City.
Yeah, it's a band with a girl named Debbie Harris singing who has real blonde hair. And they're trying to sort of revive the girl group sound of the Shangri-Las and Ronettes with a little bit of a 70s sound to it.
Is that what got you going on Stop in the Name of Love?
I think we just all loved the song. We just were joking around one day while we were sipping on our beer and saying, let's think of a good Diana Ross song to do, and we came up with Stop in the Name of Love. Oh, and a big influence was David Johansen doing Love Child when we saw him. And we would have done that, but Stop in the Name of Love seemed to suit the band a little better.
I see. Well, we're going to go back to doing a couple originals, I guess, to end the show.
Right.
We're going to do the B-side from your Christi Girl record, which is on Northside label, still probably in the record stores. You can buy Christi Girl.
Yep.
And these two songs are...
Guernica and Got No Mind.
Now, Guernica was written by the bassist, Gary Frenay.
Gary, yes.
And Got No Mind...
Very sick song, very sick song.
Gary, do you mind if I come over there and talk to you about Guernica for just a minute? I talked to you about this a little bit yesterday, and it's... I've heard you introduce the song by saying that this is a song about somebody with a sick mind. Could you expound on that a little?
Well, it's looking at maybe the male side of rape.
The male side of rape?
Yeah, the male side of rape. In other words, maybe how a sick mind feels as he goes about it, how he justifies it, maybe.
I see. So
how he looks at it.
As our viewers are listening to this song, they might check out the lyrics and find out about that sort of attitude. And then that'll be directly followed by Got No Mind by Paul Armstrong over here. Paul, what's Got No Mind about?
Oh, it's about, as Mike Greenstein would say, the inherent paradoxes in the American educational system.
Mike Greenstein is a critic for the Syracuse New Times.
Syracuse critic. What can I say about Mike Greenstein? He's got a beard.
Well, I understand. It seems to me that Got No Mind sort of speaks for itself. Well, anyhow, this will be the B-side. You're going to do both these songs back to back. Guernica first by Gary Frenay, and then Got No Mind by Paul Armstrong.
Right.
Excuse me, Paul, while you get to your music.
was one. Mrs. Say you got once, my son. Started school when I was 2. Teacher said you got a high IQ. When I was 9, I took calculus. Heard the raspberries designed a bomb. Out of law school at 17. Now my friends say I'm a has-been. Got no mind. I got no mind. I got no mind. I got no mind, but I don't mind. Got no mind. Got no mind. Got no mind. Got no mind, and we don't mind. Things went better when I turned 23. God said you need to follow me. If you wanna stay cheerful, I'm gonna rip your brain out of your skull. Could have been a millionaire. I got something over here. Why do I have recall? I got no mind at all. I got no mind. Oh God, I got no mind. I got no mind. I got no mind, but I don't mind. I got no mind. Got no mind. Got no mind. Got no mind, and we don't mind.
Mind left to sign my wall? We have a tradition here on Up Your Alley where the band members will sign the alley at the very end of the show to preserve for posterity their presence here. We'd like to thank the Flashcubes for making this appearance here on Up Your Alley, and very happy that you could join us here on our show. They're going to sign the alley and let everybody know that they've been here. We hope you can join us again next week when we're going to be bringing you another fine Oswego area band. And until then, well, we'll see you next time.